Let's talk about the future of how your business runs. We're going to explore a completely new way to handle digital transformation, one that's built on over 35 years of real-world experience. It's called the 361 platform, and it's a different way of thinking. So be honest, does your day-to-day work feel like you're drowning in a sea of disconnected spreadsheets? Is your team's most important communication getting lost in a black hole of email threads and random WhatsApp groups? If you're nodding along, you already know that the digital tools that were supposed to make life easier often just create more chaos.
For years, we've all been sold this promise of seamless, streamlined software. But the reality for so many business leaders, you end up feeling trapped. These solutions are rigid, your critical information is all over the place, and trying to grow your business becomes a technical nightmare. Instead of getting the clarity you need, you just get more complexity.
You know, the root of this problem really comes down to one thing. For too long, we've been using what you could call rigid software. Think of it like a solid steel box. And you, with your unique business processes, are expected to somehow cram your entire operation into that box. It's crazy, right? You're forced to change your business to fit the software, when it should be the other way around. But what if the software wasn't a box? What if it was like water? What if it could flow into every part of your business, perfectly taking its shape and adapting to your exact needs? Well, that's the whole idea behind a liquid platform. It's a total shift in thinking, one that puts your business logic firmly in control, not the software's limitations.
Okay, so this liquid approach sounds great, but to actually make it happen, you need more than just clever code. You need a whole new philosophy for how to even structure your business's information. And this brings us to the absolute core idea behind the 361 platform, and that philosophy is called singularity. The concept is actually really simple but powerful. You just take one single thing. It could be a person, like an employee. It could be an object, like a company vehicle, or even a customer. You put that single entity right in the center of everything. And then you build its entire 360-degree story, its whole life cycle around it, all on one unified platform. So here's how that works in the real world. First, you pick your object. Let's stick with that new hire. Second, you map out their entire journey with the company, from the first interview to their onboarding, their performance reviews, all the way to their last day. And finally, every single process, every document, every email, every interaction that ever relates to that employee lives in one central interconnected space. And just like that, poof, no more scattered data.
Now, a great philosophy is one thing, but you need the engine to actually make it run. This is where the technology comes into play. The 361 Liquid platform is what makes this whole singularity method a reality, and it's built to solve all those old problems we had with rigid, clunky software. So, what does this mean for you as a decision maker? Well, for starters, your business experts, the people who actually know how things are supposed to work, can design the applications themselves without writing a single line of code. You can forget about waiting weeks for IT to make a simple change. It can happen almost instantly. And all that priceless company know-how that's usually trapped in people's heads, it becomes a visible, usable asset built right into the platform.
This completely flips the script on how software gets made. Your business people are in the driver's seat, designing the actual logic. This frees up your expensive, highly skilled developers to work on the deep, core technology, the meta, instead of getting bogged down building endless forms and reports. And the end user, they get a perfect purpose-built application generated instantly. The infamous IT bottleneck is just gone.
But let's be real, we all know that even the most amazing technology can fail if the project isn't managed well. This is often the biggest risk in any major business transformation. It's the human element. And this is something 361 addresses head-on with a very unique role. Think about the typical consultant. They come in, they take some notes, they give you a nice PowerPoint, and then they're gone. They hand off the hard part to a totally separate team, and you're left hoping for the best. In stark contrast, 361 provides a Silverman, a deeply experienced senior expert who serves as the single point of accountability for everything.
The Silverman isn't just an advisor. They're the conductor of the entire orchestra. They manage your team, they direct the technology, and they are hands-on, building the solutions right there on the platform. This guarantees that the person who understands your business strategy is the exact same person making sure it gets built right, which dramatically increases the chance of success.
So you've fixed your current mess, and you've got an expert ensuring the project succeeds. That's huge. But the real value here isn't just about making today more efficient. It's about getting your entire organization ready for what's coming next. And that brings us to the big, unavoidable question that every single leader is thinking about right now. Is your company actually ready for AI? I mean, really ready. Because everyone's talking about it, but almost no one is prepared. Why? Because you can't build a smart house on a foundation of sand. Think about it. AI is the ultimate assistant. But for that assistant to be truly useful, it needs clean, organized, interconnected data. It needs to understand the history and relationships between your customers, your products, and your people. If your data is still a chaotic mess of emails and spreadsheets, AI will be completely useless to you. Unifying your business on one platform isn't just a nice-to-have, it's the absolute, non-negotiable first step to making AI powerful.
In the end, it all comes down to this one idea: moving together towards the future. By bringing your processes, your technology, and your people together under a single, flexible philosophy, you're not just solving today's headaches. You're building a resilient, intelligent organization that's actually ready for tomorrow. The real question isn't just about what software you're buying. It's about what kind of company you want to build.